Hi, and welcome to the 62nd instalment of ASMR Drawing. And we're coming back to an old sketchbook, one I did a little tour of before, where I do a random drawing and kind of make it about the US state capitals, because of a morbid fascination I have with the geography of the US. So I was just trying to think, what is a state capital I haven't done yet? So I've done New Orleans, technically there, Salt Lake City, Santa Fe, Olympia, Albany, Oklahoma City, Providence, Boise, Augusta, Columbus. That was always going to be Richmond, Denver, Atlanta. That one doesn't have one yet. I'm going to do Sacramento. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. We're just going to freewheel. I'm using the Unipin pens because my ink pen, it blotches through it's too fat and blotchy on this paper. This paper's not excellent, so I haven't used this pen in a while though, so hopefully it's okay. Sacramento. Finished. No, I'm joking. I'm not sure where my kind of obsession with the geography of the states came from, really. I just quite like that they're all. So I'm going to zoom in. That, like, you know, there's 50 of them, they're very uniform. They've all got their own identity. They've all got their own flag, their own accent, you know, more or less. Their own people. I don't know. There's the identity of it, you know, you're from a state, that's kind of your identity. I like that. And I guess, you know, learning 50 of them when I was in school, I used to do the Sporkle quiz all the time. And I fairly quickly learnt them all, and then the capitals. And I feel like I could point them all out on a map and, you know which ones they are pretty certainly. But yeah, it kind of led to this project. Literally, I drew this over 10 years ago. I think I drew this in like the start of 2014, so nearly 11 years ago. And then that was also 11 years ago. That was 11 years ago. This was about 2016, so about 8 years ago. Then these are generally like 2016, 2017, 2017, 2017. I'll just mute my laptop. Got a little notification there. 2017, 2017 also. 2017. This was 2020, I think, in lockdown. Also 2020, because you can see they got a bit different. And that was also like 2021. But here we go. 2025, baby. I really feel like my style has changed a lot over the 10 years. I mean, it's, you know, more or less fairly similar, but looking at those old ones, I can see things I've done so differently. Like, why didn't I fill in areas in like block, you know, black, like even doing these little windows? Why didn't I do that? So weird, but it's good to see how you developed, I think. You need that, I reckon. When I look back at the things I made 5 years ago at university, I just think they suck. They're so bad, I'm like embarrassed by them. And I don't want to be remembered for doing work like that. I think everything I've done since stands up pretty nicely. But, yeah, so it just makes me cringe. I don't like looking at it, to be honest. suppose that's why you've got to like constantly create, although I am finding it quite difficult, you know, when you work full time and whatnot, but also sometimes I'm just like, what am I doing this for? Why am I doing this? I think this is why I quite like making videos, because there's a point, there's a reason, there's a definite reason I'm making this video. It's for YouTube, and you know, I'm luckily fortunate enough to be at a point where I get a little bit of money for it, not loads, but you know, I think I'm nearly on 5,000 subscribers, which is so wild. I'm so grateful. I didn't know what it'd look like, but yeah, I feel pretty blessed. Hopefully it's just onwards and upwards, and I get more subscribers, more drawing, more time, and make a bit more money. Which is obviously not really the point, but it's I don't know, I like making videos. It's kind of just an added bonus that there's a few pennies in it. Maybe I should do that thing where you make a video about your finances, because then what's the thing, like people add people like fight over sponsoring videos about finances and stuff, so you get more money, is what I'm led to believe. Unfortunately, this isn't a finance channel. Otherwise I'd be rolling in the Benjamins. It's a simple art channel, but people like art. I think we all need a bit of silliness and lo-fi-ness. I really wanted to kind of up the kind of production level of my videos, but with the just like an unexpected house move last year, it's not really possible at the minute. Hopefully later this year, when I move again, there'll be options for that. Just like, you know, like when I did my big painting, my first painting in like 7 years, I made a video about it, which you may or may not have seen or remember. It was maybe about 6 months ago. But anyway, it's a cool video, check it out. Maybe I'll link it at the end of this as the link, so yeah, keep an eye out. But, you know, more videos like that, a bit more higher production, and yeah. Where am I going to put the word Sacramento? Not sure yet. It's kind of just becoming shapes, scruffy kind of shapes. I don't know. Sacramento. We'll start with an S. I might make this kind of bit typefacey. I did really get into typeface a few years ago, or more like hand-drawn, you know, creating my own typeface. I got a pretty cool book on it. It's actually next to me here. It's called Hand Job. About like drawn typefaces, which is more what I'm interested in than kind of the graphic design-y side of it. I don't really, not too bothered about that really. I do like graphic design. Part of me wishes I'd have done it, because then I might actually have a job in the arts now, instead of not not having a job in art now. Could have been a graphic designer for somebody or something that I'm interested in. Anyway, S-A. Maybe this is appropriate that it's kind of mechanical because it's the closest state capital to Silicon Valley. Sacramento, isn't it? Sacramento. Big A, really big A. I need some new pens like this. Screw it. Now sometimes some wires. I do like me some wires. Leave a gap there for other wires. These wires aren't very good. I wish I was drawing better wires. I don't think my hand is very warmed up at the minute. I've been too busy typing. Where would this come out? Not my favourite wires in the world. Sorry, just concentrating. There we go. Not the worst, not the best. Sacram M. Where can the M go? Okay, maybe they're like plugged in, so the E. Some crossed wires here, but E. It's Silicon Valley, isn't it? I haven't got that wrong. Silicon Valley in like south of San Francisco and San Jose, where all the tech is. Yeah, I think. Right. This would make like a cool zine, I think, when it's done. That's my aim. Make like a little book out of it. Got a lot to go yet, though. slightly rude. Or cold tea, but we're gonna have the T like in the O. Okay, so for now, the pneumatic drill has stopped. I did do a little bit of drawing. As you can see, I'm just kind of filling in some black spaces to give it a bit more oomph, which I think always helps. And I think that is generally what is missing from this drawing. I remember when I discovered like that filling in black was really good. I was in Cologne on holiday and I was drawing, and I'd been to these art galleries, and it was a Roy Lichtenstein piece, and I always really liked Roy Lichtenstein. It was the Jewels, and it just really kind of resonated with me, and had lots of filled in black areas, and it just kind of switched something in my brain, and ever since then, yeah, I've always done it. I don't know why it took me so long to get there, but at least we got there. I think the N might need a bit of work. But yeah, I've always realised every drawing I've done that I think is kind of rubbish is because it's just like outlines and lines and nothing. No emphasis on the inner, the patterns and the light and dark and stuff. It's just lines, and it's boring. We need more. And then I always like a drawing when it's kind of full, like I'm trying to make this before my pen runs out. Let's see if I've got another one knocking around somewhere. I remember one of the first times I did it before I went to Cologne was filling in this. That was the first time I'd ever done something like this. And I was just kind of like, wow. Did the trick. Okay, so oh, my pen's really kind of had enough now. Make it look like this tea's been beaten up a bit. Some good old cross hatching. I don't know if anyone ever remembers, there was a website called doodlebug.desktopcreatures, and it was kind of like a DeviantArt or something, but you'd actually draw on the website. You'd like get a blank canvas and you'd use your mouse or your tablet to draw, and because you were just kind of using lines and things, dots were really effective for shadow. And that kind of got me to start using dots and things a lot more, because it's quite evocative of like dirt, and I don't know, it's good if you've got like you're not sure what the material is, like this I guess, and you can just do some cross hatching and dots, and it makes it just look a bit worn out, which I always quite like. Do some here too. Well, I'm not going to upload this video today, but today is Friday, so I hope you've all had a good Friday. I am going to have a Good Friday, definitely. I think. Gotta get some stuff done first, but it should be good later on. Really getting into this, getting into this area quite a bit. What now? Bit of nonsense up here. Okay, this is just pretty wacky now. Should probably do some shading down the back of the wires or the tubes or whatever on earth they are. You know what, this video might have to be a two-parter. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to do all this today. I think I'm going to have to come back to it at a later date. Sorry, getting a bit lost in the sauce here. This is probably why it's good to often do the voice like in a separate video, record it separately. Oh, my pen's basically run out. Okay, let's see if I've got something else. Right, these are pretty dusty, but get the old micron out. Ah, this is working nicely. I forget how much I used to love these microns. So good. Actually, like a bit juicier than the Unipins until they run out, of course. Oh, like right now, this one's not doing very well already. Come on. Do some colouring in up here. Should probably just use some kind of felt tip or something different instead of kind of wasting these on it. Because I've got like I think I've spoken about it before, this is a 0.1, I've got a 1, and it's really, really good. See if actually this, maybe I don't need to fill in this bit, maybe. That's okay actually. That's kind of okay. And then I don't know. Maybe for the A. My hand's gonna smudge all over the place here, I can feel it. I can sense it's gonna happen. Do some lines here, because I don't want to just colour everything in completely black. Hey, it's looking cool. It's looking a bit more in depth now, I think. You know, it's a bit more exciting than if it was just, you know, boring lines and whatnot. So I'll fill this bit. I'm going to get some kind of thicker pen to do it with, so I'm not just brutalising that micron pen. Sorry, this is probably a bit loud. Have I got a brush pen? I don't think I do. Maybe this one. I'll just use this one for a bit. In fact, no, this. Come on, okay. Let's find the point one. Just point two there. Oh, 0.8, that'll do. Maybe I should just make a video of me, you know, scrunching pens. Maybe that'd be nice. Oh yeah, look at that. Can also kind of feel there's probably not much life left in this, but for now, we ball. Do up here. Okay, it's much quicker than doing it with the smaller ones, definitely. Maybe I'll just do this bit too. Yeah, you can see this. It's just kind of pushing the ink around a little bit. It's getting a bit ground. Look at this. Okay, just do this last bit, then I'll throw you away. Then you can gracefully retire. I honestly think I've had some of these pens for so many years. It's a miracle they've lasted this long, to be honest. Is this the one that doesn't work? No, it works okay actually. Zoom out slightly. I've decided I'm gonna leave it there for the time being and do a part 2 of this video, because I can't predict when the pneumatic drill is gonna fire up again. So it's probably best I just leave it at part 1 here and then come back at a later date and finish it and do a second part of the video. So yeah, this is my interpretation of San Francisco so far. I think it's a bit inspired because I saw some Giga, the alien guy, some of his work earlier on today, so I think that's where some of this kind of metallicness is coming from. But anyway, I hope you had a nice weekend, I hope you're having a nice weekend or whatever you're doing, and I shall see you soon when we will finish this together.